Listen to this, my friends. Oh, music. It's good for the soul, people. Oh, man, I don't know how people get by without music. I don't know how they used to do it back in the day before there's recordings. I guess when everyone just had to learn an instrument, but, man, listen to this right here. How's that not make you feel good inside? Man, I tell you, music is good for the soul, my friends. They say what, the sword is mightier than the pen is mightier than the sword. Well, I like that because I think of the bow on a string is mightier than the sword as well. Music it can make you feel so good, but also make you feel so sad inside. It's soul touching. God gave us the creativity to play music that touches the bottom of your soul, and man, I love it. And it's funny too, because when you think about like books, you know, the Bible, I mean, the Gospels, the Quran, people have used those words to live wonderful lives and horrible lives. The Communist Manifesto, you know, what's his name, Karl Marx, all this stuff. I mean, Paul Ehrlich, whatever his name is, from the population bomb. This is soul. These things touch your soul, even though they're just inanimate objects, and yet it still touches your soul. When I hear those songs right there, I just sit there, I say, it makes it touches the bottom of my soul. That doesn't make any sense. Why would a song just give you goosebumps? And I've heard those songs. That's the band called the Tossers, by the way, out of Chicago. And I mean, I hear those songs that just touches the bottom of your soul. There's a guy named Matthew West who's a Christian, I didn't say folksy, and not even rock guy, but just a Christian songwriter, musician. And some of the songs he does just bring tears to my eyes, literally. It's so overwhelming. You're like, here's a guy with his mouth and his musical instrument just singing a song that hits my soul so much it makes me teary-eyed. It's nuts. I don't envy people who don't have that kind of relationship with words and music. I find it sad, which is another reason why the Stupid Box is so bad, because the Stupid Box, you know, nightly cable news and stuff, it's that noise. The noise that I talk about, C.S. Lewis talks about, that the devil wants you to have, is just all the noise that is in the background that doesn't allow you to focus on what's up in here in your conscious mind. And when I hear music like that, oh man, now I will tell you, for me, because I'm Irish, you know what I'm saying? Bah, up and down, for sure. But I also hear like metal. I mean, I grew up listening to Slayer, you know what I'm saying? And Slayer, angry metal music, you know, speed metal, listen to hardcore and punk rock. Never really got punk rock so much just because it's too screechy, whiny for me. But metal, the double bass drums, the angry lyrics and stuff, you know, if you think that doesn't change your mood, you're wrong. It does. Music changes your mood. You know, I say, look, I don't play video games and stuff, but I guarantee there's something to be said about video games changing people's moods. Guarantee. Now, should you ban them? No. I mean, it's silly. But without question, I guarantee that that's the consciousness that some of this stuff reaches to you. And so here's my question to you. What songs or books have touched your soul? I'd be interested in that because, why? I find it interesting. Hey, what songs and books have touched your soul and why? And if you'd love to hear any thoughts you have on that. There's another guy, John Hyatt. He does a song from the Tiki Bar Is Open album. The last song on that, I forgot what it's called, but man, I mean, I've heard that a million times a Sunday, and every time it still brings a tear to my eye about this boy sitting at the top of his stairs while his parents are down there getting high, and it's woo. Anyway, and at the end of the day, it's about forgiveness, and the song, it's like there's a story in there in that song. I just, man, it just touches your soul. So tell me, share with me, I'd love to hear books and songs that touch your soul. So for me, C.S. Lewis, as I talked about many times, there's a movie out that did touch my soul. I will tell you, it was called Bella. I think there's two movies that touched my soul at the same time. Bella, and I don't remember it, but I just remember it touched my soul. I'll never forget that. I forgot the premise of it. I just remember Bella. I think it's an Italian movie. It was in English, but I think it was the Italian. Was the actor? I think was in English. Maybe it was an English subtitle. No, it was in English. But there's another one that's like an Irish people on the beach and they lost. I can't remember. I've never been able to find that movie since. But Bella is a great movie that touched my soul. Anything else that touched my soul movie-wise, off the top of my head, I can't remember. But for books, certainly anything C.S. Lewis does, but certainly Screwtape Letters. You know, I talked about The Promise of Joy by Alan Drury. That touched my soul. But for me, it's music. Always been music. I always wondered why. Why do I have this taste in music that other people don't? I mean, people like my music, don't get me wrong, but I've never been into pop music, and I don't know why. But yeah, lots of people like pop music. And for me, it's just, I find it soulless, but that's just me. You might find my music soulless. I just wonder why that is. Why do we have this different taste? Is it nature versus nurture? And I don't know, but again, I'd love to hear the stuff that you have that that's touched your heart from other people's creation. It was my neighbor. See, in Georgia, we wave to our neighbors. You know, when you're up in Maine, you don't really do that so much. Just kind of. All right, we'll see you.